3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Common Sense and Random Shit Show.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Fernando Rivera Jr., this guy right here. Your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-convict. Yep, this pretty face is an ex-convict. With the common sense and random shit show. Because you already know. It is what it is. The reason. Why even bother? Pretty much the title today. Why even bother? Well, sometimes even I don't know. But then I go on here and say, yeah, this is fun. This is fun. You are my therapists. I don't talk to anyone else. My wife is not into politics. Every time I try to bring something up, a conversation that may affect us or not, I don't want to hear it. So, we don't fight, but, we don't talk about it. So I don't talk about it much at work. Maybe once a week. That's not enough. So I'm here talking to you guys. Streaming on Tres. Facebook. Yeah, I said it. Rumble. If you don't have Rumble, download. Good app to have. Only run by conservatives. No censorship. No bullshit. And on YouTube. ScrewTube. Let's see. Let's have some fun. Why even bother? Just like I said, it's my reason to talk. Point shit out. Share stuff. Breaking news? If you haven't seen it, I guess it's breaking to you. But I don't come on here to break news every morning. I just come on here to try to entertain you. Try to make, my little spin on certain things. Give you my opinion. Share other conservative channels. Funny shit sometimes serious. But it is what it is. That's why I'm here. Somebody just tuned off. I had two people watching, and then the other guy was like, fuck this guy. But it's whatever. I'm not a viral person. Nobody knows who the hell I am. Hopefully that changes someday. Because it is what it is. Whatever. Why even bother? Well, these next two videos is some of the reasons why I do this shit. Because you may have and may not have seen these. But they are effing hilarious. And it's ridiculous. Pretty much what the title of one of the channels is. Ridiculosity. So guys, check this out. Read some of the headlines and see what's going on. Because it really is ridiculous what's going on in the world. Or should I say in America? Because it is what it is.
He's a communist. I think it's very bad for New York.
Mayor Pete!
escaping famine, Italians fleeing fascism, Jews escaping Holocaust, Black Americans fleeing slavery and Jim Crow, Latinos seeking a better life, Native people standing for themselves, Asian Americans coming together in Queens, in Brooklyn, in the Bronx, in Manhattan, in Staten
meine Zeit
Island,
verwendet habe im Dienste meines Volkes.
Gib
du jetzt deine Stimme ab. Wenn ja, dann tritt für mich ein, so wie ich für dich eingetreten habe.
And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House! Yeah!
Sometimes I truly fear that I'm losing my mind.
I am told this is a garbage disposal.
She's definitely a low IQ person.
Embarrassing. I'll say it again. One thing I hate more than anything coming from me, being Hispanic, Puerto Rican American, is that woman right there. She's a traitor. That's hilarious. You see some of the headlines, though? It is what it is. It's ridiculous. They're wrong, doing their bullshit, shit show. And this is why I like to share some of these channels. This is why I even bother. Because maybe the one person that's watching me, it's whatever, sad. But yeah, but this one, I was in tears watching this one from Savati. Savati, I got to give it to you. This one had me dying laughing yesterday. I couldn't stop laughing. I watched it this morning and I was laughing again. This shit was hilarious. Let's see if you get it, but it's kind of the same subject with Hispanic Democrat. As I always say, they're worse than white liberals. Hispanic liberals, they just are, because they're stupid.
These are evil people. These are sick, evil people.
Good night, New York City. How are we doing? I can't hear you, New York City. We can do better than that. It is so good to be home.
Prince Ali, fabulous he, Ali Ababa.
It is a time such as today when demanding affordable housing is considered a radical and outlandish act, that we can afford our lives, our groceries, our transit is considered an outlandish and radical act, that we accept our neighbor as ourselves, a radical and outlandish act. But we must remember, in a time such as this, we are not the crazy ones, New York City. We are not the outlandish ones, New York City. They want us to think we are crazy. We are sane.
Oh, really?
So suck it up, and defunding the police has to happen. We need to defund the police and put that money into social safety nets because we're trying to save lives.
The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are here.
They want us to think we are crazy. We are sane.
Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants. Okay.
So again, thank you, George Floyd, for sacrificing your life for justice.
Get your hands wet. Everybody should be like her. Everybody should be like her. If you really believe in it, get in there. Immerse yourself in it. If you really believe it, yeah, get paint all over. Get it.
They want us to think we are crazy. We are sane.
They need to see it. Put it on your face. They need to see it. Put it on your face.
No, but my question is whether you think they should compete in women's sport in the Olympics, because it's coming to LA, so it's relevant.
I think transgender female athletes are women athletes, and they should be able to compete.
Really?
And healthcare is at the top of our agenda.
But aren't Democrats demanding healthcare for illegal aliens?
Democrats are demanding health care for everybody.
Hey, Donald J., how many kids did you start today? Hey, Donald J., how many kids did you start today? Hey, okay, that's it.
Do you have any regrets at all for anything that you said while you were speaking on behalf of this administration?
Look.
It's just it's a simple yes or no. You don't even know.
No, because you're asking for a yes or no question. I want to put some context to it too. I woke up every day. I woke up every day very proud to be the White House press secretary. I woke up every day as a Black woman who is queer, who no one had ever seen someone like me at that podium standing behind that lectern.
But also, if you shoot with an AR-15, let's say you shoot a deer, you can't eat it. Because you basically demolish
In addition to that, but
law enforcement isn't to prevent crime. Law enforcement solves crime, okay? That is what they're supposed to do. They are supposed to solve crimes, not necessarily prevent them from happening.
They want us to think we are crazy. We are sane.
And I will never stop saying, not only do we need to disinvest in police, but we need to completely dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department.
Do you like capitalism?
No, I have many critiques of capitalism.
Made it harder for people to buy stabilized braces. Put a pistol on a brace, it turns into a gun. Makes it more, you can have a higher caliber weapon, a higher caliber bullet coming out of that gun. It's essentially turning it into a short barrel rifle.
It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally. It's not a criminal. It's a crime. It's not a crime.
They want us to think we are crazy. We are sane.
You keep telling yourself that.
Oh, would you like to hear me tell a joke?
Yeah, we'd love to hear a joke from you.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Do I have to say more? It's not that they're just insane, but they're stupid. Especially, well, they all are. I can't just say either sex is the Democrat Party. It's embarrassing, actually. I was going to ask, who is it that votes these people in? But we know. I kind of talked about it the other day, that there's a difference. You can tell who's who by appearance. Cornballs. It is what it is. I'm just saying. Why do I even bother? Because I love sharing this shit. It's ridiculous. Maybe one person may see this of the two that are watching and say, yeah, he has some kind of common sense. But anyway, as I said, breaking news. No, everyone has already heard this shit about the auto pen. But Christina Aguayo, she has a really good story on it. Check this out and then stick around for the end of the video. You'll love this.
I'm Christina Aguayo in Dallas, and here are your top stories. The House Oversight Committee just released a nearly 100-page report saying executive actions signed by Joe Biden's auto pen are null and void. The report, titled "The Biden Auto Pen Presidency: Decline, Delusion, and Deception in the White House," details how Biden's inner circle orchestrated a deliberate cover-up of his cognitive and physical decline and allowed unelected aides to have presidential power through the auto pen. The report is based on interviews with 14 senior White House officials and thousands of internal documents that detail how Biden's deteriorating health left him unable to personally authorize key decisions. This allowed for, the report says, a staff-run shadow government. They scripted every public appearance and protected Biden from scrutiny by keeping him hidden and giving him more family time. The findings have been sent to the DOJ with a full demand for an investigation into avoidable actions, including pardons for Biden family members and high-profile figures like Anthony Fauci, Adam Schiff, and others. Highlights of the investigation. Witnesses describe Biden's increasing struggles with his memory, his inability to remember names, and his incoherent speech. They pointed to public incidents like multiple falls while boarding Air Force One and freezing during the 2024 debate debacle against President Donald Trump. Those incidents and others were downplayed as age-related issues, despite polls showing 72% of voters, including nearly half of Democrats, saying he wasn't fit to be president. And their own reactions like we're FUCK'd. Top aides like Anita Dunn, Ron Klain, and Jeff Zients controlled Biden's schedule, not allowing him to have unscripted interactions and even consulting Hollywood producers for speech coaching. Polling data on his decline was withheld to protect re-election chances, with strategist Mike Donilon poised to pocket $8 million by keeping Biden in the race. Biden's physician, Dr. Kevin O'Connor, skipped cognitive testing despite repeated visits to a Parkinson's specialist and issued misleading health memos claiming Biden was quote-unquote fit for duty. O'Connor, who invoked the Fifth Amendment during questioning, had financial ties to the Biden family, raising red flags. Political advisors overrode calls for exams to avoid jeopardizing the 2024 campaign. All right, now we go to the auto pen. Verbal approvals relayed through aides, often via email from someone else's account, would greenlight executive actions without Biden's direct input. This game of telephone process left no trace of his involvement, especially in his final months when decline accelerated. The report flags the January 2025 blanket pardons for Biden relatives, Fauci, General Mark Milley, and nearly 2,500 others as prime examples of auto pen misuse. These included violent offenders mislabeled as nonviolent. Hunter Biden even weighed in on family pardons, contradicting his father's earlier pledges. The committee says the pardon power is personal under Article 2 of the Constitution and cannot be delegated via machine. Without Biden's informed approval and with his cognitive decline, the orders, they say, are null and void. That's what you need to know. In Dallas, Christina Awaya.
Making America great again, bitches.
You like that shit? That's what I'm talking about. And I'm going to repeat it. Most of Americans want to see perp walks. We want to see those pictures I just showed. All those people in orange jumpsuits. They're not always orange. I'm just saying. In Connecticut, they were orange, yellow, brown, whatever it may be. Once you get sentenced, it's browns, tans, whatever. I guess it depends what prison you're in. Federal prison, maybe orange. I don't know. But raise your hand if you want to see perp walks. Stop hiding behind trying to respect them or make them look bad. Fuck them. We want to see them all in jail. Every single one in the picture. This is why I even bother. Because I want to see it. I mean, there's more. Because like I said, you're like my therapist. Only one I can talk to. But anyway, Sky News. I like to share this shit, especially Rita Panahi. She has this section called Lefties Losing It. And this next one's a doozy. I'm just saying, this dude, Larry O'Donnell, wherever the F his name is. But anyway, check this out. This is her take on it. And as I said, watch to the end.
It's time for Lefties Losing It. And we do talk about MSNBC a lot in this segment. It is the mental asylum masquerading as a news network. We have an embarrassment of lefties losing it riches there. Rachel Maddow, Nicole Wallace, Joe Scarborough, Jen Psaki. And this next guy, Lawrence O'Donnell, who often gets overlooked because, let's be honest, he's quite boring. But be no doubt, he's as demented as they come. Remember this, Gold?
Stop the hammering. Stop the hammering out there. Who's got a hammer? Where is it? I don't know. Where's the hammer?
Where's the hammer? Where is the hammer? Well, let's look at Lawrence's latest output. Here he goes on a wacky, fact-free rant. And just imagine what sort of a fringe-dwelling loon you have to be to think CNN is too pro-Trump.
CNN is already owned by a right-wing Trump supporter and has compromised itself accordingly. The firing started right away in that new regime. That's why Jim Acosta is no longer there and others are no longer there. And everyone who remains has become much more careful in anything they might even think of saying about Donald Trump. And now CNN eagerly pays a Trump supporter to lie on CNN every day and night for Donald Trump.
Firstly, CNN is owned by Warner Brothers Discovery. It's a publicly traded company. It is virulently anti-Trump day and night. And the so-called liar that Lawrence claims is degrading the station is often the lone conservative on panels of 4 or 5 pundits all leaning left. Yes, this unseemly meltdown was all about Scott Jennings. An MSNBC anchor has lost it because CNN has a lone conservative on some of its panels to provide some level of balance.
Paying Scott Jennings to lie about Donald Trump is money very well spent. Scott Jennings, who used to be an aide to Senator Mitch McConnell, was not always a rabid, lying Trump supporter. When he first started appearing on television, he was capable of criticizing some of the more extreme Trump positions, but Scott Jennings figured out where the money is and how he could get his own podcast and decided to become the J.D. Vance of CNN. And here is the single goofiest thing ever said by anyone in charge of CNN in that network's history. The lost in America Englishman who heads CNN said, quote, "Scott's like D'Artagnan. He's got his sword out, and he's got about 4 Democrats against him, but he spiked them all off. That's much more like it, I think. He's a worthy opponent, as it were."
Well, that statement is 100% accurate. Scott Jennings does typically take on 4 rabid Democrats at once and comes out on top, not because of lies or playing on emotions, but because he sticks to the cold, hard facts.
Fatality.
What did you think? I worked on that this morning. It wasn't the easiest thing.
Making America great again, bitches.
I messed up. Holy shit, hold on a second. Like I said, it was this morning that I did this and I forgot to edit. Whatever! This is live. I'm going to fuck up here and there. Poopa! Still, you got to love it. Scott Jennings. Fatality! Damn it, this is why I do this shit. Why even bother? Sometimes I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. There are times where I get discouraged and I'm like, why am I gonna do this? I don't make money out of this. I literally come from one job to here, then to my other job. But at the end of the day, I'm beat. But since, as I've mentioned, I enjoy doing this shit, I do it. Even if it's 2 people watching me. Maybe they'll share. Maybe one other person will watch me. You know, I do, when I can, upload it to TikTok, and I get a few views and a few likes on there. So, on X, formerly Twitter. But it is what it is. Sooner or later, I guess. Because as I mentioned, my passion, truth. Second, martial arts. Hopefully one day, if this ever blows up and I get little money out of it, monetize, because then let's be real, everybody does it, after a while, and this is what they do, and that's it, because they make enough money to get by. I don't. Struggling now with 3 jobs. They're not all full-time, but still. My passion, martial arts. You know what I'm saying? I've said before, if I didn't have to pay rent at a martial arts location, I teach for free. It's what I love to do. I want to die doing that. And as I mentioned yesterday or the day before, yes, I have a past, but it can be expunged. And I've written out everyone I can. Now I'm sharing it openly. I want to be an ICE agent. I know there's a government shutdown. Funny shit about it is that the letter that I wrote, I explained my past, everything about it. And they're still writing me. They're telling me, hey, Fernando, this is what came up. Hey, Fernando, sign up here. And I have. Hopefully one day somebody will actually read the letter and say, holy shit, can we do something for him? Because seriously, 54. But I'm just saying, better than people have. I'm better shape than people half my age. I'm just saying. Let's be real. I'm not just bragging. It is what it is. But anyway, as I said, streaming on 3. Breaking news, never. But if you haven't heard it, it's breaking to you. But if you guys want, this is one guy I like to watch all the time. Subscribe. retired military, I believe, conservative, but his take on stuff is non-biased, gives you both sides. And as he always says, bottom line, you got to check him out, get notified. He's probably got the best non-mainstream news you can get, no bullshit. And he's blown up a lot. You know, I've been watching him for a year, and big boy now, which is great. Good for him. Doing his thing. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. As I said, why even bother? I don't know. I have faith. One day something will happen. Somebody will be like, hey, that guy's pretty interesting. And they'll watch me or whatever. Hopefully sometime I'll monetize, and hopefully ICE figures a way to get my ass in there, because I want to help. I'm going to say it 100%. I want to help. I want to be inside of that shit, doing my thing for this country. It is what it is. And as I always say, I tried the recording thing, but I'd rather do live, because with the faux pas and the fuck ups and whatever it may be, I am by myself doing everything. I do edit everything. I design everything. I do everything. I have some talent, I guess, other than martial arts and talking shit. But it is what it is. Love you guys. Stay true to the red, white, and blue. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed my little takes there. And sorry about the faux pas, because as I said, live and direct from one of my jobs. It is what it is. All right. Have a great day. Ladies! As I always say.